Hundreds of entrepreneurs battle to be on Money Hunt.
Chris O'Brien from Softcom. We're the developers of Softcom LearningNet, an internet video training product. Our business plan calls for our first external investment to fund sales and marketing now.
Our business plan calls for $20 million for expansion.
Our business plan calls for $1.2 million to build a shopping
business
center.
plan calls for $8 to $10 million for the purposes of strategic.
Only 2 will make our show, and only 1 will win time with our Money Hunt Mentor. Stay tuned. Money Hunt is brought to you by Excite. Money Hunt is also made possible by Register.com, a first step for businesses and individuals starting their presence on the internet. And Jordan Industries, acquirers and builders of entrepreneurial ventures in a variety of industries.
Welcome to Money Hunt, the one place entrepreneurs have a shot to prove they've got a great idea, a good plan, and a passion to pull it all together. It's not so easy growing a business, and we're going to find out who's got what it takes. I'm Miles Spencer. Let's play Money Hunt.
Hi, I'm Cliff Ennico. We search all over the country to find America's toughest new companies, and we get some of the best on this show to present their business plans. Sometimes we like what we hear, sometimes we don't. But at the end, one of our guests is going to get some free help and guidance from our Money Hunt mentor.
And that's going to be Ken Krushell, Chairman and CEO of College Enterprises, formerly Head of Strategy at NBC. Ken, thanks for coming on Money Hunt.
Pleased to be here.
One question before we get started. We're going to see a couple of companies from a couple of different industries. What are you looking for from entrepreneurs in general?
I think because there's such an emphasis on being an entrepreneur these days, I'm looking for someone who just doesn't fall seductively into it's cool to be an entrepreneur. So is there substance behind the rhetoric?
Gotcha.
Okay, let's roll. Our first guest is Christopher Carl of carepackages.com. He's backstage right now with Money Hunt's Monica Wright.
Thanks, Cliff. Welcome back to Money Hunt, Chris.
Thank you.
How many times have you pitched your plan since we saw you last?
Literally hundreds of times.
Have you made any changes to your business plan since we saw you?
A lot of changes to the plan.
The door's opening. Have a great time on Money Hunt today, Chris.
Thank you.
Carepackages.com, based in Fairfield, Connecticut, has a website that helps consumers create do-it-yourself gift packages for their loved ones with all kinds of goodies. Chris, welcome back to Money Hunt.
Thank you, Cliff.
Good. Before we talk about where you are today, just give us a 30-second overview of what your company does.
Carepackages.com is a sentiment-driven website. We capitalize on every sentiment, occasion, holiday, and event on your calendar. And as a consumer, you can come to our site.
Sentiment's great, but talk about the gifts.
The gifts. We have pre-packed gifts. We do themes based on I'm sorry, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah. We have ready-made packages for you to choose from if you're in a hurry, or we allow you to customize the packs.
I understand the concept. We've got a little bit of video that we shot last time you were on the show. Let's cue it up on the screen, and we'll talk about it when it's done.
Good.
We are committed to having 100% quality control in this environment, and that is probably the main factor that we look for.
Mm-hmm. And how much of their business is dedicated to fulfilling your orders or your projected orders versus others?
This particular facility is ready to scale with us. Over the next 3 years, we have a contract with them, and they are 50% of their entire 500,000 square foot facility is devoted to us. We need to make sure we launch with good margins in our products. That's probably what this fulfillment center offers us. Cost is definitely a factor in pick and pack. They've offered us very competitive pricing. Our margins range on the box after it's out the door about 30 to 50% on the product.
Okay, so at what kind of volume levels?
We're looking to make this a high propensity purchase. We're looking to have people buy care packages every month. We want to have this be a high volume business.
Just wanted to see one big win from one of the colleges where he could integrate, because I think there's a major barrier to getting his button on the college sites. We'll wait to see that for later. Another thing Niles picked out offline with him, no CEO or COO. Now, Chris, said, hey, everybody's got to wear every hat, but I like to know who's making the decisions at the end of the day.
Particularly when the two brothers are involved in the business, egos taking place.
The other one, low average order, but he maintained decent margins. I was afraid of that, but he seemed to deflect it pretty well.
I think he has a great opportunity to be first to market with unique service.
Chris, you brought up in the tape there, the facility that's ready to scale also helps in your margin. So a fulfillment partner was really a key. Haven't you switched that partner since then?
We have actually, in the rollout of the internet industry and the expansion of fulfillment being important, the company we chose as our original partner has been purchased. Now, the new company has decided to make a strategic investment in us on a bigger proportion.
So just one of the curves in the path of entrepreneurship. I understand you brought a little bit of the product along. Why don't you show us what you got there in the box?
What we have here is an example of a small-sized care package, a 6-inch box. We pack them with many different goodies, gift certificates, toys.
How do you communicate to your various constituencies here what is here? How do they know that you exist?
How does our consumer know we exist?
When you talk about camps or graduation, military.
All our vertical markets in our marketing campaigns are specifically focused on vertical markets, military, camp, kids in college, parents and adults.
But how do people find out that you exist?
Through strategic partnerships, through word of mouth. This is a viral application. Just like digital greeting cards, sender-receiver relationship. So receivers are sending these care packages.
So Chris, it's not just food goodies, right? I see a camera in there, I see some other stuff here.
This is an example of a power marketer, Kodak. We are in a partnership with them right now to use Kodak disposable cameras as secret admirer care packages where you can upload your photograph on the internet and reveal yourself to a friend, an email friend, perhaps.
Chris, don't your suppliers try to push stuff to specific markets that they're trying to target?
In some cases, and we're willing to work with some of our suppliers to do that. There are ways, in Kodak, for example, is providing us with those cameras at no charge in the interest of getting their brand out into the marketplace.
Now, good news, bad news happened recently. Excite purchased Blue Mountain, $780 million. Good news is it verifies your valuation matrix. Bad news is, how much does it take Blue Mountain to start selling Twizzlers?
Blue Mountain will not start selling Twizzlers. They have no infrastructure to do so. What we are doing, and in that case, they've purchased, Alta Vista is the company that purchased Blue Mountain. They purchased a per-user basis, $95 per user. Those people have never conducted an e-commerce transaction.
That's true for Alta Vista, perhaps, but why couldn't any other company, more or less in this space? Look, the idea is a good idea. It's almost self-apparent. What is the barrier to entry? What prevents the three of us from going to Yahoo and developing some type of care mechanism next week?
Creativity, the network of buying. This is a company that takes many months to build. We have a team of Fortune 500 executives on a board of advisors that are now advising us. We've chosen one of them to be a COO, company officer. We have proper inputs to funding, and it's a first-to-market advantage.
Yeah. Chris, you have a lot of standard gift baskets and stuff for customized situation, but the key to your business plan here is you allow people to do it yourself. I mean, isn't that labor-intensive as heck? It's tough to get good customer service people.
Customer service is one of the strategic advantages we have. We have a full call center, 24 hours a day.
Facility. Let's talk about for a second. You were focused on that chain of command issue that we brought up in the last show. You've hired a new COO. What type of background does he bring, and how's he going to springboard you to the next level?
He is a former executive at a prominent consulting firm. He has sold numerous companies. He's developed and launched numerous companies. And he is a guy with 30-plus years of experience in this market.
Chris, what's the ultimate exit strategy for something like this? Are you looking to get bought out by a greeting card company or something like that?
Cliff, we're in a unique position. First-to-market advantage. No one is doing what we're doing today on the internet.
Being the first, when you target the constituencies, again, that you've identified, where have you had the greatest success in terms of driving business?
In terms of driving business, perfect example, digital greeting cards, free transaction on the web. If you go on the web right now and try and buy a gift, you'll see gifts in the price range of $35 to $75, void from $0 to $30. There's nothing in between. Care packages are the perfect answer for many companies like Flues.com.
Who's using
digital currencies? Flues, we're one of their leading merchants.
But I mean, who's using you and why? Is it primarily for college students? Is it
adults? We drive that based on the packages we sell. So we have grandma and grandpa care packages. You can send one to your grandfather.
Let's talk about that first mover status. How many, last time we talked, colleges, university, camps, military organizations, how many of those have you set up since you were here to see us last?
Instead of going out to every single college in America, and there are 15 million college students, we decided to take the higher approach, which was to go to the company that was leading the development of college-based internet properties, a company called Campus Pipeline. They're wiring college campuses today to have gateways to the internet, to conduct
Entrepreneurs
transactions.
are always out raising capital. And I understand you're back again looking for funds. Your business plan now calls for how much and what we use it for?
About $8 to $10 million, and we have been lining up every possible investor you can imagine.
And what will you use the funds for?
We will use the funds for marketing, strategic marketing to our vertical markets, to help subsidize the development of military camps, colleges, and adult and corporate care packages, which will be rolling out.
Thanks for caring enough to come back to see us on Money Hunt. We're going to take a short break, see our second guest right after this.
Hi, I'm Robin Schatz from Business Week Frontier with a tip for entrepreneurs. If your health insurance costs are making you ill, you're not alone. Small businesses have been hit harder than big corporations by rising premiums. To cut your costs, shop around. Investigate self-insurance, and if your state allows it, consider a health care purchasing cooperative. That's when small companies band together to get a better deal and more choices. Remember, a good health plan will help you attract the best employees.
Time to answer some mail from one of our viewers. It's Joseph Corolla, who watches us on WXEL, West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm about to sell a huge stamp collection at a significant loss. When I buy stamps, I use the name Joe's Stamp and Coin Shop. But between the two of us, and millions of TV viewers now, I'm really not in the business. Is there any way to avoid a huge tax hit when I sell this collection? Joe, frankly, I'm shocked. Shocked. First of all, even though you're selling the stamp collection at a loss, you got to pay income on it, taxes on the income. Secondly, it's a hobby loss. It's not going to be considered a business loss, so you're not going to be able to use it against your other income. Third, if you use the business name to try to avoid paying sales and use taxes to your state government, that's not going to fly either. Joe, bottom line, next time, get a real business.